Hi there, this is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com. Welcome into today's video. Ho, 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 and all that stuff. I'm going to try and challenge you to something here today. And I'm going to invite you to do the impossible, to do the scariest thing ever. Have a non-alcoholic Christmas this year. I know. But look, there is a reason why this time of year goes really quiet for people like me. For alcohol cessation therapists the world over, it's super quiet this time of year. You can see tumbleweeds rolling through the inbox. And it's the same reason why the diet starts Monday. So let's talk about a non-alcoholic Christmas this year. Dare you?
Who wants to be the next to discover how to stop drinking without willpower? Visit StopDrinkingExpert.com and grab your free place on today's coaching session.
So let me ask you a question. How many people do you know that when they started their weight loss diet, they started it on a Friday? Nobody! Because it's never happened. In the history of planet Earth, nobody has ever started a diet on a Friday because it breaks the law. The law is the diet starts Monday, right? Why? Well, because it gives us permission. It gives us a license to have a really good weekend, to pig out and stuff our faces because, hey, the diet starts Monday. Bullshit. If you were really committed to losing weight, you'd start immediately, wouldn't you? It doesn't make sense that you would spend the weekend putting on more weight to only start then on Monday. Because it's got nothing to do with the reasons we're saying it is plausible deniability. Gives ourselves permission just to do what we want to do for one more weekend. And the same is true of quitting drinking. Gets to this time of year. By the way, this video is being recorded in November. It gets to this time of year and everyone says, yeah, you know, alcohol's making me miserable. It's destroying my marriage. It's costing me a fortune. My health's going downhill. But, you know, Christmas, how can you have Christmas without drinking? I'll start in the new year. So many people say, well, you know, I'll make it a New Year's resolution. I'll quit drinking in January. Do you know what the success rate of that is? It's less than 5%. That means that more than 95% of people who are watching this now, who are absolutely insisting that they'll deal with this in January, will fail. Because that's just how it goes. So I'm going to try and encourage you to have a non-alcoholic Christmas this year because I've been there and I've wasted a lot of opportunity and I don't want you to make the same mistake as me. Because look, Christmas Day, whether you're religious or not, is this beautiful moment, isn't it? Isn't it the most magical time of the year for many people? If you're religious, it's obvious. It's the most important day in your calendar. If you're a Christian, this is the big day. If you're not religious, then what about your family? You know, your kids. To see your kids on Christmas Day opening their presents and things like that. Pure memories being created there. And I missed a lot of that because my memories of Christmas Day when my kids were younger, I can only remember the mornings because that's pretty much all I was conscious of. You know, I'd get up really early with the kids, open the presents, but then by 10 o'clock, I'm pouring a glass of champagne. Why? Because you're allowed to on Christmas Day, aren't you? You see, alcohol's weird, isn't it? We have these rules, these unwritten rules around alcohol that don't make any sense. They're complete nonsensical, but everyone signed up to it. Everyone agrees. Let me give you a great example. Imagine tomorrow morning you get up and you pour yourself a bowl of cornflakes. And instead of your usual cup of coffee or your usual cup of tea, you pour yourself a nice big glass of red wine. Everyone would say, oh my God, you've got a big problem, wouldn't they? Your partner would say, oh, this is terrible. Why are you drinking it? Oh, we've got to get you to Betty Ford immediately. It would be like, oh, outrageous. How can you drink red wine first thing in the morning, you alcoholic? So it's socially unacceptable. You would be a freak to do it, correct? And yet if you do exactly the same thing in an airport, it's fine. In fact, it's so fine, nobody even blinks. Nobody notices. Go to any airport in the world, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. You will see people eating their breakfast with a glass of wine, a glass of champagne, or a pint of beer. nobody even looks twice. It's so normal, nobody notices. And that, my friends, is insanity personified. Because how can something be insane in one location and then perfectly normal in a different geographical location? That doesn't make any sense at all. And the same is true on Christmas Day, isn't it? You have your breakfast, you pour a glass of champagne. Because, hey, it's Christmas. It's just a reason to drink. Don't dress it up and pretend it's got something to do with Christmas. You like drinking alcohol. That's the end of it. You're not doing it because it's Christmas. You're doing it because you can. And you're thinking, thank God that I can. Normally, I'd love to drink at 10 o'clock in the morning, but normally I can't get away with it, and today I can. This is a really nasty, narcissistic, sociopathic drug. It is not what it appears. And all it's going to do is steal the magic out of your life. It's going to steal the magic out of every Christmas you have on this planet. Because if you continue this loop of connecting alcohol with Christmas and Thanksgiving, then the same thing is going to play over and over again. And you're going to give alcohol permission to just rob you of all the good stuff in life. I lost count of the magical moments I missed with my family because I just wasn't there. I was there physically, but my brain had an anesthetic in it and I was just slumped in a chair like a zombie. I have no memory of it. I can't go back and get it back. It's gone forever. And I want you to step in your own life if you're worried about your drinking and stop that happening to you too. Don't let it. Because the best you can hope for, and if you think about it, just stop for a moment and think about what alcohol actually added to your last Christmas. I don't believe many people are going to be honest. They'll be able to look me in the eye and say, Craig, without alcohol, last Christmas would have been terrible. It really enhanced the day. I don't think that's possible. Because all it does is change you from being a conscious, aware, happy individual to being some slurring, clumsy zombie who eventually collapses in an armchair and spends probably 60% of Christmas Day snoring. Because that's what happens if you think about it. Think about what alcohol did to your last Christmas. The best you can hope for is that it knocks you out and you sleep in a chair and you miss the magic. That's the best. The worst we've all seen. How many family gatherings have you been to where somebody spoilt it? Some relative had too much to drink and embarrassed themselves and just ruined the whole day. Vomited on the Christmas dinner, fell over, injured themselves and had to be taken to the hospital, had a fight with another member of the family that went crazy, and you had your mother crying over there and the grandparents went home because they were upset, and it just destroyed the whole day. Is what I'm describing so unbelievable, so unthinkable, or is it actually pretty common? Alcohol steals the magic out of life. That's what it does. And we dress it up by selling it in pretty bottles and having clever advertising campaigns. But what we're actually selling is a zombie mixture. It's an anesthetic. It's a mixture that makes you less aware of what's going on. And on Christmas Day, that's not what you want to be doing. So I'm going to challenge you to do it this year. To not put it off until January, to say, this year, I'm just going to try it. What's the worst that can happen? Have an alcoholic, drink-free Christmas and see how it feels. Thank you so much for watching. If you are worried about your drinking, do something today. Don't put it off. Don't lie to yourself and say you're going to do it as a New Year's resolution, because I got breaking news for you. You won't. Do it today if you're going to do it. Like and comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love to speak to you. And thanks for watching today. See you soon.
Imagine no more hangovers, no more mornings of guilt and regret, and no willpower required to get there.
Really consider this because it's different. It's different to anything you can find out there, and it gives you real mental freedom from the clutches of alcohol.
Get my best-selling ebook free today at stopdrinkingexpert.com.
Without a doubt, if you can make it happen, if you can find a way, if it's something that you feel the heartstrings pulling, that you need to make a change in your life, then you need to pull out all the stops. Pull out all the stops to make it happen and be here.
It's just so worth it. Why did I waste all those years? Being in my middle 60s now, I wasted so many years drinking.
Find out why this is the net's only 5-star rated quit drinking solution. And get your free ebook today at stopdrinkingexpert.com.